Is it good, Nicholas? It's true? Because I know the other box is stale, so I got out the new one. Because we haven't made cereal in a while. It's been a couple months since we made some hot cereal because it's been so hot. Nicholas. At least it's good. It's tasty, huh? The other box was kind of stale, so I tossed it out. It wasn't any good. It had a weird smell to it. It smelled stale. That one was fine. The other one was fine. Totally fresh. See, that's what happens when food goes stale. Even grains can smell funny. The the wheat and all that it goes yucky. Guess I could turn this on. Been a couple of days. It's pretty staticky today. Not much stuff going on. Nicholas, you don't know how to close the table? The folding table, you don't know how to close it? Yeah, so say bleh. I was going to start out my video by saying I had a weird dream about my state that I live in. I had a dream that there was Liberals. They were making these signs, and in the background, it was a piece of plywood, right? And it was like an A-frame piece of plywood, kind of like a advertisement for a business. And they painted it all black, right? The background of the boards, the two flat boards, it's like an A, and they wrote, "California wants all Christians out." And these homemade signs were all over the state. And it was such a big thing that it actually made the news all over the country that these signs were found scattered throughout the state. And it was kind of a weird, we called it. It was kind of a weird lucid dream. That it was like almost like real. Almost thought that for a minute there that Tucker Carlson was reporting on it. Nicholas had a bowl of malto meal.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure that he's.
Yeah, he's good. I know it's kind of a weird thing to have at 3:00 in the afternoon, but whatever. I was already making a bowl of it, so I just made him a bowl too. And he likes a lot of the same things I like. It's good to have variety once in a while. It keeps the arteries clean. Can't eat fast food and all that. Pretty soon, there won't be any fast food to be had. It'll all be gone. Or there won't, the supply chain, if it breaks down, there won't be anything for anyone to eat. Except for BUGS, I guess. That's what they're making jokes about, I guess. That we're all going to eat those disgusting things. Not going to eat those. I don't know if anyone heard, but they said in Orange County there's they said there's some kind of bronchial thing, bronchitis thing, and they said it's like the common cold or whatever. But they're trying to come up with a CURE for it, I guess, down there. And it's really stupid and whatever. It's not even medical advice, by the way, but a story just happened, so. And they got just like last time when Trump was there, the emergency authorization use, or whatever it's called. Yeah, that's what they just done down in Orange County, in Los Angeles. They got that because, oh my God, there was 11 people, and they didn't say anything further than that. It's 11 people, and they didn't say what condition they're in. But there's 11 people, apparently, children, I guess. It's really whatever. Whatever. All I know is I'm not going along with it. I never will. So I guess I'm a bad person. And that's not even medical advice, by the way. It's my own advice for myself. I only give out advice to myself. I just push auto repeat, and I keep reminding myself that I'm a sovereign citizen and I'm a God-fearing person for the most part. Even though I do cuss a lot. Yeah, that was the latest information. I heard it on Peggy Hall's channel. She just got the information, and she was at the city hall meeting in her county where she lives, and she heard everything they said. And she's suing them over the last emergency, I guess, they had. Because it was supposed to end after 2 weeks or something, and they extended it, and they abused their power. So she's suing them for that. Plus, she's also suing them because they wouldn't let her use the public pool without it. And it was an outside pool, by the way. They wouldn't let her use the pool without, covering. So she refused to do it, and they said she couldn't use the pool, and it's a public accommodation, and they denied her. And they, like she said, they violated her health rights by saying she had to do that to walk 10 feet over to the pool. From the check-in area to the gate and the pool area. And then they said once you cross into the pool area, you can take it off. So she was not cool with those conditions because she said that the biggest thing that was ridiculous was he was outside. So, but you know how it is. And it's not even medical advice. I have to keep repeating, and not medical advice.
I'll tell you.
It's only medical advice for me. Because I'm a one person. I know you love that. How dare you, huh? But that dream, like I said, like that dream that I had about the signs that were made in the state, and they were all over the state, all these signs, and they were homemade, freaked me out a little bit because it said Christians aren't allowed in California. And they were homemade signs, they were kind of like those signs that those terrorists make, and they make them and they put them all throughout this, periodically. Whenever there's a social justice warrior event, you'll see those stinking homemade crappy signs that look like someone wiped their ass on them. Those are the signs you see. And that's what I saw. It was totally homemade, Jimmy rigged, made out of plywood sign. And
Look at that.
Well, they can't see it because I have it on the avatar. I put it on the avatar.
Why?
I don't know. Because I can.
What? Put it on your live stream.
It is on my live stream. I have my avatar.
No, put your beautiful face on there.
No, because I don't want to.
Why not?
It doesn't matter. This is better looking. Well, did you see the avatar?
I don't care. I want to see your face.
Okay. Here, I'll stop cam. Or start cam. There.
There's that beautiful face.
Is that better?
There we go.
You can't even see. You're on the other side.
I don't care. I just trusted what you
said. I know,
said.
you're staying out of the video, huh?
There she is. Look at Pocahontas. Look at this.
Would you stop your embarrassment?
Pocahontas.
You're taking away my point. I only did that because I'm tired of my hair getting in my face. It's annoying. I'm ready to cut it off too. I might. I know you get all mad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired of it getting in the way of everything I'm doing. Maybe I could sell it and someone could buy it, but no one will buy this because people buying into bullshit instead. So that's okay though. I mean, that's people's prerogative to do whatever they want. Do as you shall as you might. But like I said, the Peggy Hall thing was kind of it's freaking crazy because we're going to hear about it probably in a few days. It's already becoming news all over the country, I guess, what happened in Orange County with 11 people. And I don't even want to talk about it because it gives it power. Kind of like when you talk about the GAY thing, it makes it more important than it actually is. Like I saw, oh my God, it was so funny. There was this guy that was advertising for a room for rent in San Francisco. And it was a bunk bed, right? And it was $850 to rent a bunk bed. And you have access to the rest of the apartment. And there's 2 other roommates. And each roommate pays $850 plus $500 deposit. And they're all GAY. And one of them said, one of them's in his 40s, and the other one's in his 50s. And the room or the bed that was available, it was a bunk bed, and it was a top bunk. They're just normalizing this, everything. It's just insane. And he emphasized that he's, GAY. And that the other roommate is as well. And I'm like, okay, San Francisco. Okay, so it should be too incredibly shocking to read that. And there was people that were inquiring about the bunk bed. And it's like, oh. And obviously it's going to be a man that's going to rent the top bunk. It's not going to be a female because it's just kind of weird with 2 men. But you know what? Even if it was a female there, if they're, that way, then they probably wouldn't care about the female that's in the room because they're more interested in starfish, I guess, than they are something better than that. That's their prerogative, though. Whatever. It's their thing. That's the way they want to live. That's the way they want to live. No, it's sad, though, but as long as it's not related to me. So it wasn't trying to be mean or anything. It's just whatever. But $850 for a freaking to sleep on a top bunk. To be on a top bunk, it's like, fuck that. Why would I pay $850 to sleep on a top bunk? Plus, it's all crammed and stuff, and you have to share everything. It's like being homeless and being in a homeless shelter, and you have to share with everybody. You have to share the bathroom and all that. In their case, they have to share not only do they share stuff, but they share stuff. And it was like they had a rainbow on the freaking window. It was curtains that were like rainbow color, and it's like, wow. And their apartment was like cleaner than my apartment, and it's all dudes. It's like, wow, is this like The Odd Couple, but like The Odd Couple with an actual tinge to it, a weird tinge, a weird atmosphere to it. Yeah, I'm just winging it right now, by the way, folks. I'm not really reading. I'm not reading off any scripts or anything. I'm just going off the top of my brains. Yeah, we were having a talk about it this morning about just how evil everything is, and I can't get into that, but just how evil. I'm just winging it right now, by the way, folks. Yeah, I am. Yeah, it kind of sounds like Obama, huh? Listen, folks, listen. That's how he talked down to people, is he called people folks, and then they'd be like, huh. Because that's how people talk when they don't like WHITE people. That's how they talk when they're trying to tell you they don't like you. You know what I mean? But they're trying to say it in a nice way. It's kind of sad, huh? That we have to be so funky. Yeah, and I heard there's supposed to be some weird weather, I guess, in the Midwest, right? Everyone thinks supposed to be hella cold, back in the cold. Oh, yeah, what is it? Peggy Hall. I know I'm bringing her up again. Peroxide, yeah. I have like 5 bottles of it or something. I got it off eBay, and I bought a bunch of that. So, yeah, it's good also for brushing your teeth and all that if you want to whiten your teeth. If your teeth are yellow from all the coffee and crap that we drink. It makes us look older, right? So, that's funny that you used my line, huh? See, I'm not scripted, so, and I'm not giving out medical advice. Just in case anybody has any questions, I'm not giving out advice. I give myself advice, right? Not other people, because whatever. But I was going to talk about the Peggy Hall thing. She had just broke the news, and I don't know what they're going to do. I guess they're going to try to force it or something on this new serum, I guess, whatever it is, on children and older people or something. It's freaking weird. And I guess they said they're having the trials on it right now, the human trials, where people are volunteering to be a trial patient with it. And it's like, what in the world? It's like everybody's had, whatever at one time, and you just get over it. And that's not medical advice. So let me say that again, and let me show that again, because I have to keep repeating everything over and over again. And I'm not trying to repeat it to you guys. I'm repeating it to whoever that's, whatever. Because I know my subscribers don't need to be told I'm not giving out medical advice. And I'm not giving it out to them either, by the way. Jeez. I'm so sick of this crap. So sick of this censorship. But I guess when I get reunited with Elvis soon, when they decide who's going to be worthy for their cause, all the questions will be answered in the next, year? 2 years? Once the person who creates the miracle shows up, maybe, I guess, right? Or maybe in the 2024 thing, right? Once the war is over, which will probably end really soon, they'll probably find a peace treaty, and then once they do the peace treaty, that's when the hero will come in, and he'll mesmerize everybody, and everyone will love him all over the world, everything. And of course, we get to be the privileged ones to receive him as our leader, whoever he is. And it's not Biden, because Biden can't even speak. It's somebody else. Biden might run for 2024. It doesn't mean he's going to win it. He's already had his time in the, and he's already trashed on MAGA supporters and all that. And I don't know. He's just he's not gonna get it. He's gonna be like Bernie Sanders. He's gonna be told to go sit in his rocking chair and be quiet. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen, probably. And then it's going to be some younger person that's going to come out of nowhere, and they're going to say they're a moderate Democrat. Probably could be. It could be. They could say they're a moderate Democrat, and that's going to be the winning ticket, and everybody will be cool with that. Be like, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. The moderate Democrat. See, I'm not cool with that. I don't trust nobody. Never trust anybody. Here's Joe Imbriano. He's talking about the shed spread. Get it? Shed spread. Yeah, you got to get really good at weekend at Biden's. Yeah, really. Yeah, you know what? I think even the liberals aren't even getting I thought you should have dressed up like a nurse on Halloween, went live on YouTube and said, this is not medical advice. Yeah. Yep. I should have, but I don't go do Halloween. So I haven't done Halloween in a few years. Yeah. What is it anyway with all this war stuff? They already said that troops are in the unicorn country already. They're already boots on the ground over there. It's like, what are they going to accomplish doing that, being there? Oh yeah, what they say? Yeah. They said they're going to have these warming centers in. It might have been Germany or something. They said they're going to have these warming centers because people aren't going to have access to gas, I guess, to warm their houses. Because I guess in Germany it's pretty common to use gas to heat your house. So people are going to have to go to warming centers to stay warm. They're already anticipating that people are going to have to go to warming centers in Germany. It's pretty sad. I feel bad for them. Oh, good day, Red Dawn and Deaf Bread from the Foxes. Yay, I don't Halloween either. Hi, Phoenix Josh. Wow, hey, yeah. Are you new, Phoenix Josh? Because I don't think I've ever seen you before or heard of you. Are you from Tin's channel? Because if you are, thanks. Thanks for coming over. Because Tin has helped me out with, people finding out my channel, because otherwise people would know for the most part. Because my channel's gotten pretty stiff after I stopped talking about Oroville Dam. My channel got kind of quiet because people were more interested in the dam. I guess that's why half the people that have subscribed to my channel during the Oroville Dam dilemma, when the dam broke and all that. And there was the fire and all that, the Paradise Fire. It was kind of funky back then, and Trump was still in office, and I had 600 Twitter followers, and then everything just kind of fell. Yes, new from Sassy and Tin. Oh, thanks. I figured you were from Tin's channel, huh? You came over from her channel. Yeah, because my channel, it gets kind of boring after a while, I guess. But I did cook some Russian pasties yesterday. That was cool. Actually, Nick liked them a lot. He's like, I want to open up a business and cook those and make more of them and sell them like for on a lunch truck or something. It's like, well, it's going to be a lot of work because you're going to have to make the bread. It's like making bread. You have to make the bread part, and it's a yeast bread, and then you have to cook the meat and all that, and the filling, and it's got ginger and it's got cinnamon and it as a spice, and it's got Parmesan cheese. What else? Garlic, onion, tomato sauce. Let's see, did I miss anything? Salt, a little bit of salt, I guess. Salt, meat is salty already. So I cooked that yesterday. And then Nick got this idea. He's like, I would like to open up a concession stand and sell these. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be profitable. Plus, I don't want to put the R name in front of it, because then people might get mad and be like, oh, how come you don't like the yellow and blue? How come you're not cooking stuff for yellow and blue? It's because I don't know. because I don't give a crap. And because the bear country makes better food, I guess. No offense to the unicorn people. Hi, Red Dawn, NPC. Saw you on Area 111 channel. Yeah, I go on a lot of people's channels. I also go on David Yates' channel. Have you ever been on David Yates? He talks about all the BS. He's a pretty smart guy. And I'm sure you guys know about Roy Potter, right? He said some pretty profound things this morning, too, which is awesome. I really like what he said. It's everything I've been thinking for the last 2 years. He said it in a few sentences. And he's right on the money. Awesome. I love him. And I think he said he's from Utah. And he says his state's getting pretty messed up. And he has like his own bomb shelter or something he built up there that he might end up going to. And he said a lot of profound things that were very cool. And he's like, I could get my channel taken down from what I just said, but he doesn't care. He's like, it's getting down to the wire here. You know what I mean? It's getting down to the wire. Look at this thing down in Orange County. Just check it out. The crap that they're starting to say. And that's not medical advice. I know, I'm sorry I keep repeating that. I keep saying that over and over again. It's probably like a broken record. It's getting old. But we don't live in a society where you can speak freely about something like this. You know what I mean? And I'm not going for it. I don't care if people sound like seals when when they're hacking or whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm not complying, no matter what. And if that's makes me bad, then so be it. But if you can see what's happening to the people that are going along with it or have gone along with it, it's terrible. You already see it. It's happening right now as we speak. And I can't say what it is, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. All these babies that are stillborn, get it? Tons more stories about it. And then these young guys are killing young women or killing women now. There's more stories of young dudes killing women, sometimes 2 or 3 at a time. And they show the videos or clips to the police. And then it's like, what the heck is going on around here? Have you noticed it too? There's more stories of young guys in their 20s that are murdering young women.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I've noticed it. When I go on this Facebook, there's another story about a young guy that just killed another young woman.
All I know is I like your fucking eyes. Your eyes are beautiful.
Oh, well, thanks. You've known him for a long time.
Well, when you accentuate it with the Pocahontas little break.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about these people that are doing this crazy shit.
I'm not complimenting you, and I'm not even horny.
Don't say that online. I'm in a field camping right now. Camping right now too, in Motor Coach. Can see stars easy if I look up. Yeah, I read Dawn on NPC. I watched David Yates. Yeah, David Yates is cool. He's from the UK, so he was the one. It was hella funny. He's the one that figured out if you use your phone and you hit the icon Find My Device, and you go near a graveyard. You go into a graveyard. It'll go off and it'll show a set of numbers. And it's someone that just recently was buried, which tells you they have some kind of number system. And he discovered that on his own by accident. And he also discovered it at a shopping center too. I know you're not interested in that, are you?
I just like the way you look.
Oh, who cares this shit? I'm missing half my teeth. We are camping in North Carolina right now. Lucky you. You're not in California. You're not. Oh, yeah, there was a girl I told you. I think I already told everybody that story. There's a girl that I'm subscribed to, and she's in Santa Barbara, and she lives in her camper van. The other day I said Santa Cruz. I was wrong. It's Santa Barbara. Well,
Beautiful. I used to live down there.
Yeah. Anyway, she's camped out and at the beach in Santa Barbara because I guess there's no parking restrictions there, so she parks there overnight, whatever, and hangs out.
I used to live in Ventura County.
Yeah, and
Ohio.
So she during the day or whatever, she goes for her walks, and she saw a dude slumped over in his seat in his truck, and then she saw that he shot himself. and she saw the blood or whatever coming out of his mouth, and she freaked out, and then she called the police or whatever, and they came down, and she was like, they didn't even want to talk to me or anything. They just, came and examined the body or whatever. They didn't want to ask her any questions or really. It's just weird. It's just really weird. Scary too. I've never seen a dead body, so I don't think I ever want to. I don't think I could work in that industry, where you're around dead people, especially now with all the weirdness with the embalming machines not being able to work. You know what I'm talking about? I know it's graphic. Sorry. I don't mean to be graphic and disgusting. But we live in kind of a graphic society now where things are just no longer shocking anymore. What we see doesn't surprise you anymore. I mean, I'm just waiting for people to start walking around naked. You know what I mean? Just drive down the street and there's people, just freaks everywhere. You know what I mean? They're all like Pelosi's husbands. Like everybody's just all freaking crazy. And her husband's hella tweaked. I didn't realize how tweaked he really was. I didn't know that when he first got pulled over, what was it, a couple months ago for the DUI, and he didn't get charged, at least at first, and then people protested, and then they did finally make some charges stick, where he did get some fines. But I didn't know it, but I found out from Nick. He said that apparently when he got pulled over for the DUI, there was a prostitute in the passenger seat, and it was a dude, I guess. So this dude has had run-ins with escorts before. And this is the second time that he's been caught in the middle of it with an escort. And they said they gave that dude the dude that was that had the hammer or whatever, they gave him 10 years or something for assaulting an elderly person or something. It's just weird. And then everyone's saying the hammer was like pink or something. It's like, what the hell? Who carries around a pink hammer? Or who has a pink hammer around the house? Who the hell does that? What are you trying to do? It's just freaking crazy, insane in the membranes. Yeah, camping's fun as long as you're not homeless. You're not scavenging looking for, firewood and stuff, because you're living because you can't afford all the camping equipment all the time. When we were homeless, we had these butane tanks, and we used them for a camping stove, and we left for the day and left all of our stuff on the picnic table, like our butane tanks and some candles and paper plates or whatever. We didn't leave any edible food there. We would take our food away during the day and drive away with it. We had it in a cooler. We never left it there. And anyways, a bear was in our campsite, and he bit through our butane tanks and bit through my candles, and he partially open the side of our tent and all that, and you could see his dirty, slimy handprint or paw print or whatever on the side of the tent. And it was like, holy crap. Thank God he didn't come in the middle of the night, because Nick was saying if that bear came and tried to get in our tent in the middle of the night, he said there'd be brains on his bat, bear brains. I know it's mean to say that, but I'm not going to let the bear live if he's going to kill me. I'm going to have to kill the bear. And then I'm going to make a bearskin hat and bearskin jacket, right? And go, look, I just killed a bear. Hey, that's not cool. So whatever. It's like, dude, it's either me or the bear. This sucks. If he's going to turn rogue and be an asshole, he's not going to live much longer. It's, survival of the fittest. And the bear wasn't the fittest, and he's going to get his fucking ass kicked. Sorry about my language. But that's how it works. If you lived up in the mountains and the bear was getting funky, yeah, he's going to get his ass handed to him, this damn bear. Oh, poor little bear. Yeah, well, you go head to head with a bear that's hungry and he wants to fuck you up because he wants your damn Snickers bar, and there's nothing left but the damn wrapper. He's going to eat you like the damn candy bar. It's no joke. No joke. And you've heard of the stories of these bears that are attacking people up north. It's just happening a lot more. And apparently there's so many disappearances in Yosemite. They had to make a mini series out of it, I guess. And it stars Kevin Costner in the show, I guess. But I don't watch Netflix. I think it's Netflix or something that's featured on. But it's like this huge deal, I guess, Yosemite. And it's like, wow. I worked at 2 hotels that accommodate people that go to Yosemite, and Dodge Ridge. Dodge Ridge is a ski resort. It's the nearest ski resort where I live. If you're familiar with the area, Dodge Ridge. It's past Pinecrest. Or it's in Pinecrest, I should say. Hey, Josie Wales. I know you made your cookies the other day or yesterday, and I was making my my bear fried cakes. What's it called? I was making my. I can't even. I hate speaking code because it ruins my whole. It ruins my whole angle here. You know what I mean? It's ruining my whole angle. Yeah, we live in a sick world. I'm just wondering how much time we have left until they start forcing this crap on us. If you know what I'm talking about, like they start treating us like the Canadians and like the Australians, because you know what they do with the Australians. It was pretty bad. I don't know if you heard this guy. His name is Aussie Kozak, and he lives in Australia. And he's not, Jabbed. And anyways, he could go out. I guess this was a few months ago or so. And he was allowed to go out, but he was only allowed a certain amount of time to do shopping or whatever they're allowed to do for like 3 hours, and then you have to be back. And apparently there was somebody watching him or spying on him, and they said that he was outside or whatever, and he was exercising past his allotted time. So he got arrested, and then he had to go to court and all that, and they did let him out. But it was just crazy. This is so stupid. It's like, it's for your own good. Come on, man. It's like, that's what they're doing to us. Like, I don't want anything for my own good. I'll decide what's for my own damn good. I don't need anybody else deciding for me what's for my own damn good. I can decide what's good for me and what's not good for me or my kid. Yeah, we are governed by consent, do not comply. I won't. And see, the thing that's happening in Orange County, people got to be smart enough to not go along with it, because if they do, it's going to be not good. And see, I'm not getting into details. You got to Google it and look it up yourself. And I'm sure you can find it within 3 seconds if you did, because it's probably all over the damn networks. And oh my God, the mainstream media is going to be like, oh my God, what do we do? Oh my God, what do we do? Should we go back to what we were doing before? Oh yeah, please do, because our country's not imploding fast enough. Please, let's shut everything down. Please, I mean, and add more and more stuff and crap to everything else. It's like at a point where everybody's, now wiping their rear ends on the safety stuff because they bought so much of it. It's like, now you can just wipe your ass with it and save yourself on toilet paper. Who gives a shit, Orange County, New York? No, Orange County, California. Yeah, you just got to look it up. It's pretty easy. But Peggy Hall said it's making mainstream news now, I guess. And I'm sure Gavin Newsom is thrilled as all get out to start exercising his ideas onto us. And he also said, oh my God, the homeless population's out of control in California. He goes, the representatives in this state aren't going to get paid until the homeless problem has been addressed. It's like, dude, you've had years and years to take care of this problem, and you haven't done anything to resolve it. Because I know when I was homeless, nobody helped us. This is retarded. We had to do it ourselves. It's retarded. Sorry about saying retarded. It's kind of offensive, I guess. But it's the only way I can describe something that doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, you just got to look it up. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid when you see the information. That's what they want you to do. They want you to be afraid and fear them. But don't fear them, because only thing you should fear is God, our creator. Don't fear these jerks. You know what I mean? It's all going to depend on people's reaction in this state. If people in this state act the way they're supposed to, then it won't take root. But if people start falling in line, then it'll gain momentum and then it'll spread like a disease. So, and by the way, that's not medical advice. I wasn't even talking about anything in particular. You know what I mean? Sticks and stones break bones, your bones, but words will never hurt me. Exactly. That's what I mean. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of their words because their words are nothing but bullshit. It's all a bunch of fabrications. And it's all to create a scenario in your head that's not real. Just like the all the NASA stuff, it's a lot of it's just smoke and mirrors. I mean, look at the movies that we watch, the space movies. They don't look any different than NASA, and they can easily manipulate things if they want to look the way they want it to look. If you know what I mean. Thanks. I saw LA City Council last week. The people were brutal to the city council, as well as they should be. These people need to be put in their place and be told, no, you're not going to tell me what to do. Life goes on. It always has. During the 1918 thing, people still went to work and life went on. Even if things did happen to people, people still went to work and life went on. People didn't stop living because of that. People had to still wake up and go to work and stuff, even when it was terrible. People had to go to work during the Dust Bowl and all that. People had to do all kinds of things that were hard. You don't just sit there and roll up in a ball and hide out under a rock. Hey, Scuttle 3. David Icke just got bad news from EU, not allowed back to his home country because they just upgraded him from conspiracy truther to level 3 terrorist. Oh, yeah, I heard that from David Yates earlier. He was saying David Icke has been kicked off every network, all the websites, off YouTube, BitChute, all of that. He's not allowed to post anything anywhere. And some of the stuff he says, it is kind of outlandish, but I think there's some validity to some of the things he's saying about, people not being human. You know what I mean? I think it's possible that there's some people that aren't human. And I have the movie They Live. I'm sure you guys have watched it a lot of times. But it kind of clarifies things if you don't understand what's going on. Because people have blinders on. They don't see the truth. And there's some demons mixed in with real human beings. So, has anyone on here gone to Twitter yet and tried it out to see what it looks like? Like, see how many people have been able to get back on and be able to post things. The reason I like Twitter for the most part was, of course, Donald Trump. Yeah, he made Twitter interesting, of course, naturally, because he's an entertainer. And then there was a cat turd he's a white cat with black rimmed glasses. I don't know if he's back, but he was hecka funny. His memes are hecka funny. He's hecka funny. He did like simulated videos of him as a cat. He was like moonwalking and stuff with Donald Trump. It was kind of funny. It's just silly. I like stuff that's silly. Hey, Josie Wales, good to see you. Seen that about Ike, supposed to be for 2 years. So he's not allowed to return to his home country for 2 years? Wow, that sucks. He should go to the bear country because he might be more appreciated there in the bear country. It seems like it. In the end, a lot of us will be better off if it gets really bad. But I don't think they'll take us because they probably don't trust us. I don't blame them. I don't blame them for not trusting us. Look at that Brittany Griner. I mean, not all of us are like that person, freak. Haven't even been back to Twitter. However, got back 6 of my 8 accounts. Did they email you? They probably emailed you, huh, Devil Dog? They probably emailed you and told you they restored your accounts that were blocked or whatever, or terminated temporarily. So how many? You probably had a lot of followers too, huh? Oh, I like buying things from eBay. Yeah, I used to buy stuff off eBay, but I can't afford it anymore. I got to be more careful because everything costs 3 times as much. Did you know that they said um, by 2023, obviously the new year, everybody's utilities might go up by 20% in the United States. So if you run heat or anything that takes a lot of energy, it's going to go up 20%. So I guess if you calculate your current bill that you normally get for normal usage, and then you tack on, if you use heat, what your normal amount is that you have to pay, they're going to add 20% to that, I guess, more. It's like, what the hell is going on here? And then plus the rolling blackouts, right, that they're going to try to do to us periodically. It's just crazy. And I've noticed that our internet goes out periodically. It goes in and out, in and out, in and out a lot. You know what I mean? It just keeps going out. It keeps skipping. Let's see. I guess they said Elon keeps firing people. Emailed with apologies. Nice. I haven't even checked my email to see if Twitter sent me back my followers. I had 600 followers in the beginning, back when Trump was president, and then when Trump lost the election, they knocked me down to like 300, and it probably after that it kept falling. And I didn't go back because they kept censoring everything that I was posting. They kept censoring it, saying it was misinformation. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to post anymore. And I'm kind of like that with Facebook too. I don't post there either because they just said it's all misinformation. So I don't like putting anything up because they're just going to delete it. And I'm like, I just don't want to get upset when they delete it. It's like, it's not even misinformation. It's BS. It's there. I'm putting it up there. So if anybody's interested in looking at it and making up their own mind what they think of it, then it's there. It's available for people to read. Yeah, don't believe anything on lamestream propaganda, machine news. Oh, it's torture. Like if your internet goes out and you have to listen to the radio for news, oh, it's awful. It's all propaganda. We are out for now. Take care, Red Dawn. Deaf bread and all in chat. Stay safe. Peace, love, and bubblegum doll. Yep. I'm all out of bubblegum, huh? Yep. There you go. If you watch the movie, you know the lines. I used to love that movie when I was younger. Yeah, Aphrodite Starfire, yeah. She's the one that found the dead dude. Yeah, it was pretty weird to stumble upon something like that, you know? I mean, what are the odds, right, that you find something like that? That's so scary. I feel really bad for the guy. It's terrible. He must have really been in a bad place. Yeah, see you later, Phoenix. Thanks for coming in and thank Tin for telling you to come over or having you come over. Appreciate it. You know, with all the censorship and all that, it just sucks. It's hard to get anything off the ground, you know. I don't expect it to really go anywhere, but it was going somewhere for a little while when I was doing the Oroville Dam videos. It was doing okay, and then I kind of, the whole Oroville Dam thing kind of went away because we had the drought for the last 2 years, and then everything just I kind of changed subjects, and then people got like kind of disinterested after that. Nudist with a touch of psychosis, yeah. I know. I keep seeing more and more stories about the crazy guy that was with Pelosi's husband. Yeah, we all know that they're all psychotic and they drink, you know, the stuff that's got the DNA in it. I'm not even going to say what it is, but they're all part of that crap. I mean, you guys ever heard of Corey Haim? and Corey Feldman. Corey Haim died about over 10 years ago because he had a drug problem, and he got molested when he was a little boy and a teenager or whatever when he was in Hollywood, and he told Corey Feldman who they were, the people that hurt him, and Corey Feldman promised Corey Haim that he would expose the people that hurt him, and he never did. He just kept bluffing everybody, saying he was going to expose the names of the people that hurt Corey Haim, and he lied to everybody and got everybody hooked on his YouTube channel. He ended up doing a seance of Corey Haim instead of revealing the names of the people that hurt his friend. He did a seance instead, and it's like, that's retarded. All you're doing is conjuring up evil and demons. That's not Corey Haim. Corey Haim is not a ghost. Corey Haim is resting until Jesus returns. So you're not going to contact Corey Haim as in a spirit. Corey Haim is waiting for Jesus to return like the rest of us. That's where Corey Haim is. Now, his request of Corey Feldman was to expose the people that hurt him. And he asked for his help, and he ended up not fulfilling his promise and ended up just doing a stupid seance of Corey Haim, which is stupid. It's disrespectful to his soul to do that, to try to conjure up demons in his name. I didn't agree with that. He should have kept his promise to his friend. Because, and he also said, Corey Haim said Charlie Sheen molested him too when he was younger. And he wanted him to expose that as well. So, that's funny, Josie. You keep talking about the hammer thing. God. Oh, it's so weird. And I've noticed there's a lot more stories that are starting to pop up. People doing things with hammers, I guess. It's like, what's with the damn hammer stuff? What is it with the hammer? I mean, what is that? Is that there's something to that? Are these carpenters or something? Or just people that just do that? I guess they're people that are used to driving a hammer into a nail, I guess. They're nailing things, I guess. And they're not even using nails. The Pelosi crap is a false flag. Did anyone see what went through the House of the Representatives 3 days ago after the hammer? It went through the House. No, I didn't see it the 3 days after. Oh, the Gallagher routine gone very wrong. Oh, yeah, we used to watch that. Where he smashed the watermelon with a sledgehammer. Gallagher's mad as hell. So weird. It's like I was just a stupid kid when that was like a new comedy thing. We used to watch all kinds of weird stuff. Like come on TV, and a lot was like weird. It was like, this is like adult like material, and we're like watching it. What the hell is this? Watching Bizarre. You ever saw that show Bizarre? Had I can't remember his name. Damn it. I used to know it all the time. I think it was John Biner or something, or whatever his name was. But it was like always, the show would always start out with a woman with there'd be like women walking up onto the set and they have no tops on. And I'd be like, holy crap, I'm like watching this. Because I would sneak out in the living room and I'd look over the couch and then I'd see the girls with no shirts on walk up onto the stage with the host of the show. And it was like a talk show or whatever. It was called Bizarre. And I was like, oh my God, whoa, is that what they look like? That's crazy. But it didn't traumatize me or anything. It's just like, well, whatever. That's just what they do with their show. That's how they open the show, I guess. It's like shocking, I guess, like Vegas or something. In honor of breast cancer, he only kills people with a pink hammer. Yeah, why was it pink? Like, yeah, if you look in the classifieds of San Francisco, yeah, that's probably a common thing that you're going to find in a roommate's apartment is probably a pink hammer. And no nails in sight, no nails to nail it pictures. Just the hammer, I guess. Be back later, have to get on this Zoom teaching the rights and power of the people. Hey, that's cool. Are you doing a constitutional class? Teaching people their rights in the Constitution? Do you mind if I add you as a moderator? Devil Dog? see if I can do that. No, it's up to you though. Yeah, that's cool that you're doing a Zoom class. Are you a teacher? That's really cool. That's really cool. Appreciate you coming up here. It's a privilege to have somebody with that kind of merit on my channel. You know what I mean? That's cool. And then Josie as the cook for the golf course. That's cool too. Cooking is cool. Did they discontinue Devil Dogs? I've never saw them in a long time. Is that a TV show? Oh, I've studied the Constitution since 05. Yeah, I'm just starting to get into it as of late because of all the stuff that's going on. It's good to know what our rights are because it can get fuzzy what our rights are. You know, what all the information is. And you have to be ready for it when it comes across through your door. You have to be ready to counteract them because they've got all their ducks in a row and now you got to have yours too. You know what I mean? Because not everybody can afford an attorney to help them out. If something hits that fan, you better know what your rights are. The hostess treat. Oh. He's going over to Pelosi's household to, oh. Yeah. Yeah, it was purely procreational, right? But it's fruitless, if you know what I mean. It's fruitless. Surprised he didn't have a dress on. It's pretty sad what's happening with this state. It's literally taken a nosedive, especially in Orange County with the BS. There's only so many places people can run to, you know, to escape the bullshit. We can't run and hide from it forever because eventually these tyrants are they're gonna find out where people are that are good people and they're gonna weed them out. But I'm willing to be sacrificed. All your rights are from the Bible. Yep. Our country was founded on the Bible. Our Constitution was founded from the Bible. Our founding fathers, and you know what I found out? Yale University, I think it's in New Haven, Connecticut. It was originally the professors were all ministers back in the 1700s. So whatever. Now everything's different. Now everybody doesn't know what they are, right? And they're all atheists and all that crap. Yeah, we'll have a good class, Devil Dog. That's cool. That's really cool. Very cool. Maybe sometime you guys would like to go on a split screen, huh? Orange County is still a great place. Of course, I'm sure it's fine. It's just you have a certain, few bad eggs in there that ruin it for everybody. City council members that cheat their way into office, doing emergency powers, right? And then, of course, they have the approval of the governor, which backs them up. And he could do it for the whole state, too. He could decide the whole state's going to be under the same mandate or watch or whatever you call it. And then if they get their claws into this state, they're going to get their claws in on the other states. So, and it's going to have everything to do with the midterms. And these Republicans, if they get the majority, they need to stand up for our rights and not pass anything that has to do with taking away our medical freedom. So, just all bullshit. I know I'm trying not to bum everybody out with this crap, but we have to face our demons because we knew it was coming back because it's almost winter and all the evil is going to start making its way back in and we're going to have to learn how to face it. We're going to have to face the wolves. We can't hide from them forever because we're going to have to come out and we're going to have to be out in society. And it's probably easier for someone who doesn't have children, opposed to people who have kids, because then you got to keep your kids safe from these people. because your kids they're helpless and defenseless from the evil. So I know I'm sorry if I've talked in circles, but I'm not scripted, so I'm just going off the top of my head, off things that I know. Yeah, gruesome, kiss my ass. I don't comply, not then and not now. Yeah, if people start complying again, it's lights out for the rest of us. That's why I lost my job, because everybody was willing to play ball and wear this thing. And that was before the cures. And then the cures came later, obviously, later on. Those came in. And then they started threatening people with their jobs or whatever. And then they wouldn't allow people to take the alternatives. And these doctors all went along with denying people the alternatives treatments. And now they're allowing people to get it, but it's too little too late. You know what I mean? Now that they're allowing it, it's too little too late. Now everything's said and done. Now it's a whole new damn thing. Now it's like, oh, now it's some other thing, and that's not going to work or whatever. So I accept my fate. If I'm going to go back to God, then I'm going back to God, and I'm not going to be afraid. And you can't be afraid. And it's God's will whether or not you go back to God. I'm going to add that comment. Yeah, that's what I say. I'm not following anything he says. It's all bullshit. It's total BS. Yeah, my phone's all fucked up. I can't even afford to reactivate my phone right now. I'm like living on air bubbles, basically what we have left, because we had to pay all of our bills, and it's like it doesn't leave us with much afterwards. Our truck registration is $153, and then my car insurance, they want $74, and that's just for liability for 2 vehicles, but to us that's a lot of money. And I just paid my car registration. It's a 98 Honda Civic. They charged me $158 for the registration on that back in August. And it's like, everything's so expensive now. Everything just costs so much money. And then gas is almost $6 a gallon here in California, at least in Northern California. Southern California obviously is always higher. It's always more expensive down there than it is here up north. So, and then I heard they said in the Bay Area, they're making people wear, this to go outside. I mean, I don't know. I can't confirm it, but I've heard rumors that they've reinstated this thing in the Bay Area. I'm like, thank God I don't live down there, because I would be going crazy, because I can barely stand the crap in this area where I live. I can barely stand the bullshit. And I have to bite my tongue when I see this, because I know it's not going to do any good to say anything. It's like watching people go throw themselves into a meat grinder. I can't watch it. It's sickening. You know what I mean? They're doomed, I guess. It's just retarded. I just wish there was like-minded people like me in my neighborhood, but there isn't. Most people are just sleeping. They don't know what you're talking about. You try to talk to them about it. And I go, God, I hope this thing finally goes away so people could start to go back to normal or whatever. And they're like, what? What do you mean? And it's like, if I have to explain it to you, then you haven't been paying attention to what the hell's been going on for almost 3 years. It's going on almost 3 years now. It's bullshit. In 3 months, it'll be 3 years since this crap. And they're just continuing it. It's like a sequel. It's like a bad movie sequel that you don't want to see. It's like, this movie sucks. Why do you keep making sequels? And the difference is they nail your feet to the freaking floor, and they tie your hands down to the armrest and make you be an audience to a shitty sequel. It's like, no, I don't want to watch this again. I don't want to watch the sequel of this crap. It's retarded. It's like being forced to listen to Rick Astley or what's that guy's name? Stevie Ray Vaughan or something. It's like being stuck listening to that crap, or Michael Bolton. You know what I mean? Ugh. It's like, I don't want to be forced into this crap. And everyone's like, no, it's great. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Don't you feel better? Isn't everything wonderful? No, it's not. Hell sucks. Well, you're doing other people a favor by being forced to do this, and it's not that bad. It's like, oh yeah, it is bad. Oh yeah, hell yeah, it's bad. Sucks ass. So, And I'm just starting out again. I'm just starting out, trying to get back into the workplace and all that after 2 years of not doing shit because I got canned for not doing this. That's why I don't have a job. I didn't have a job for almost 2 years because I'm not doing this. And I got screwed on that. And it's like, I'm not going through that shit again. I will not go through that shit again. I will not be pushed out again. It's bullshit. We need to be like a swarm of bees or like ants or something, and we need to gather together and like our strength in numbers. I bite my tongue every day. Effing zombies riding their bikes. You should check out Tom McDonald's new music video. Yeah, we've been listening to him a long time. It's like Prozac, right? It's like therapy, I guess, for the craziness. And I watch Media Bear and all that. I used to buy Media Bear stuff, but now I'm kind of poor, so because I've been out of work for 2 years, so I can't really afford the extras. But I do have one of his T-shirts, and I do have some AJ stuff from his store. So I have supported people in the past for because they're on the right page. They're for the cause. The cause is I do not comply. That is the cause. And we still watch Alex Jones and all that. And what's his name? Owen Schroyer. Burnt out with Media Bear. Oh, you mean because the whole this thing where they poke fun at this? Yeah. Yeah, there's just no solutions. Nobody has any solutions to the problem. See, no one's willing to. We're not willing to form groups or anything to help each other to try to weather the storm. Everybody's so divided and so separated and everything. And most people's families, I've heard, have already gone along with it, so it makes it really weird. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're waiting for the light switch to turn on. Everybody turns into these Walking Dead people. It's like, oh crap. And you're not one of them because you didn't do it. And you're like, oh my God, they're probably going to do something to me or something because they've all been fixed. You know what I mean? It's kind of scary. Like we see movies about it. There's that movie Nick had me watch it. It's called Cell. It's got John Cusack and everybody's drawn to the signal, I guess. And it's like this big tower thing in the middle of a cornfield or something. But everybody's zombies, and they're all drawn to the tower, and no one knows what's going on. They're all drones. They're in a matrix. So that could be what's wrong with a lot of people too, why they're so willing to just do whatever they're told. Yeah, that's why I'm just taking over, and people gonna try to make me out, but it will be like Neo in the Matrix where the glass don't break. Yeah. Yeah. You got to be something because if we're not something, they're going to destroy what we are. If we don't try to show that we're a force to not be reckoned with. And I'm not saying do anything crazy or anything. You just don't comply, which you already know. You just don't go along with the program. And you're going to have to make adjustments, and you're going to have to learn to do without, maybe even not be able to go to a doctor because of the BS. Because a lot of these doctors are told what to say and what not to give you and all that, and passing out stuff that's not good for you and recommending things that are not necessary. So that's why I don't go to a doctor, because the only solutions they had was pills. And I'm like, this isn't going to work. These pills make me sick and they're not helping my problem. I have an autoimmune disease. So it's not going to do me much good. And there's people who have been taking it for 20-something, decades, this crap for the autoimmune disease I have, and they still don't have relief, and they're still not cured, and they're not in remission. And it's like, well, what's the point of me taking it if people that have been taking it for 30 plus years haven't noticed any difference in their symptoms? What's the point of me taking it? Yeah, and I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for other people. You can do whatever you want when it comes to your own medical decisions. So I just wanted to clarify that. So, and I'm so tired of clarifying it because I'm not trying to tell other people what to do at all. I'm not trying to tell you or anyone else what to do with your own medical stuff. I'm not. And It's up to you what you want to do. You know, people have their own ways of dealing with things. And I have my way of dealing with things. So, and it's really sad, the stuff that's gone on. If you look on BitChute or whatever, you're going to see a lot of information. I'm surprised they allow it even on BitChute, the information that we need. It's very depressing because that information is so available to the general public. All they have to do is Google that information, and they've got it right at their fingertips, the information that we have and we've processed into our brains and come up with whatever. We make videos or we comment on things because we've absorbed the information and devised segments out of it, what we've learned and the evidence we've seen. And you see it in your own backyard. You see the craziness. It's not like it's just some made up fairy tales. It's right there. You see the craziness. You know what I mean? You see it everywhere. And in my state, it's like a lot of it's the homelessness and the San Francisco stuff or whatever. It's right there in your face. It's not made up. It's not somebody just exaggerating or whatever just to be funny. It's not funny. It's sick. And it's just going to get worse. And I hate to be a statistic, you know what I mean? Once they clamp down and say, well, you have to do this in order to be employed. You know what I mean? My battery barely died barely. Got any charge left? 1%. Uh-oh. Are you on your cell phone, Josie? Because if you're on your cell phone, you're probably out of luck. Or if you're not in your car and you don't have a car charger or something, right? Or a charger nearby, you're screwed. Yeah, that's that. I haven't tried my phone at work, but my boss like, you can't be on your phone. It's like, I don't go on my phone anyway. It doesn't even barely work. It's a piece of shit. I need you to give me my paycheck so I can buy a different one because this one's a piece of shit. Doesn't even ring. It's a piece of shit. So, yeah, I'm just waiting on a shit paycheck. It's like, dude, I need this money hella bad because I haven't worked in 2 years and I don't like the work, but I need the money. You know what I mean? I just have to be somebody's fucking slave. You know what I mean? Like, I barely got anything done the other day because people kept asking me for towels. It's like I have to keep stopping what I'm doing and helping other people get stuff from the supply closet. And it's like, well, this takes more time when I have to help other people that need something, you know? It adds another 10 minutes to my time because I have to stop, go get things, and then go check another closet to get something else. You know what I mean? It's just crap. And then I forget what I was doing in my room that I was cleaning, and then I go, oh shit, I was supposed to get towels for here. And then I have to go back in, go to the supply closet and get more towels because I just gave a bunch of towels away. Oh, it's just a nightmare. It's like, okay, I'm going to keep trying in this failing society. You know what I mean? Where most people, or a lot of young people, don't want to do shit. You know, it's like, who knows if there's even going to be, people are even going to get their tax refunds from all the work because they're bankrupting our country so badly. It's just sick. And we're at a standstill with this whole bear country thing. What the hell is going to happen with that? That could be months and months down the road. In the meantime, they're spending money like water and dumping it into that, that stupid WAR. That's not even a WAR. It's just a stand down. It's all it is. It's stupid. It's just people standing around. It's like cops standing around eating donuts while they're waiting for some guy who's threatening to do something, and they're just sitting out there waiting for him to surrender or whatever. In the meantime, they're just standing there wasting money. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. Oh, gonna go kill a bear and charge my battery in that order. See you guys in a minute. Oh, you got to find a charger or a plug or something. Yeah, I know what that's about. Oh, you've been working 6 days a week? Yeah, well, for people like me that are laborers, they only have part-time work, so you only work like 3 days a week. So a lot of people work 2 jobs because they can only get part-time work if you're a laborer. You can only get part-time work because they don't want to pay benefits. If you get full-time work, they have to pay benefits or medical insurance or something, and they don't want to pay for that. So they usually just offer people part-time, and they hire a bunch of people, and then they only give them part-time work. And that's usually the case with McDonald's or whatever. They don't give you full-time. So you have to work McDonald's and then some other minimum wage job to get full-time work. And that's just exhausting. I'd rather just work one job and just be worn the fuck out and be done for the day and be like, shit, at least I made $120 or whatever for the whole damn day. Ooh, that's a lot of money, right? Not, because they still take the money out, taxes and all that. And then the tax dollars go to pay for people coming over here and getting benefits just for coming over here. You know, can you imagine going to another country and getting benefits just because you crossed over? Like if you went to Mexico or you went to Brazil or whatever, and they give you free stuff just because you came in their country. No, they kick your ass out. If you don't have documentation, they just throw you out, go send you back, deport you back to your own country. And it's like, why the hell would you leave the United States anyway, right? I mean, it's much crap as I did say about the United States. I just don't like people that break our laws and get away with everything. Not that I dislike our country. I dislike the people that are allowing criminals to break our laws and get away with it. That's all I meant. It's just crazy. Four bags of groceries. Oh, you're talking about $120 or whatever. It's about 4 bags of groceries. Yeah, everything's just super expensive and it's crazy. I saw a tube of toothpaste for like $6 or whatever. I'm like, I ain't paying $6 for freaking toothpaste. You know what I mean? Just brush your teeth with baking soda. It's cheaper. There's damn toothpaste, and plus it's got fluoride in it, and the fluoride makes us dumber. That's probably why people are losing their IQ, because we're taking fluoride treatments and brushing our teeth with fluoride and all that crap, and our water's full of fluoride. And plus they say there's chemicals in our water and it gets into our system and makes us sick. Plus our food, right? Sounds like we're a bunch of guinea pigs, right? We're like, oh, thank you for the salt lick, and it's got freaking cyanide, like traces of cyanide in it. Yay. It's not strong enough to kill me, but it's this little trace amount, so I feel like freaking crap. That's cool. Like, you're lucky, dude, because we hold the keys to everything. It's like, I know. That's why I hear them jingling and I don't have a set. Yeah, they gave the Indians her benefits from the government that people work to pay for via tax, and then the Indians get Christmas bonus food money and taxpayer nothing. Yeah. Baking soda is awesome. Yeah, it does work really good. I mean, it's not as glamorous as the mint toothpaste, but whatever. As long as your teeth doesn't have gunk on it. I drink distilled, and it's literally like drinking oxygen. Yeah, Jeff, Red, you bring up the Indian benefits. What's it? Proposition 26 and then Proposition 27. I think they said, what was it? Proposition 26 is going to make gambling online only, and it'll put the Indians casinos out of business. So the Indians are really upset about the Proposition 26, I think, or is it Proposition 27? I can't remember which one, but they were pretty upset that they don't want their casinos to be closed down, because that's all they have for, to make money is through the casinos. So either they just work regular jobs like we do and just move on with their lives. And I mean, they still have their reservations, of course, that they can live on. That's paid for by the government, given to them for free. And then they'd have to just work a regular job, I guess, and not work in the casino. So just, it is what it is. Things change, I guess. And it's not my choice what the taxpayers are going to vote, 26 or 20, Prop 26 or Prop 27. It's up to the voters. It's not up to the Indians. It's up to the voters which one they want to vote for that they like better, the online or in-person gambling. So, well, they go, if you keep the Indian gambling, then people have to show ID to gamble because it's in person, right? But if you do the online gaming, you don't have to show any ID to gamble online. So that's where the Indians are really angry. They don't want the online gaming because it'll take away from their profit. It's just pretty weird. Gambling via Zoom only now. Yeah, so apparently that's probably what they want to do ultimately, is make everything through Zoom, where people don't meet in person or do anything publicly. Everything's all done through Zoom. All the meetings, court, everything, right? Through Zoom. Plus, it'll save tax dollar money probably, is people aren't coming to the offices because they don't want to pay all these people to babysit these places. They just rather have everybody behind a screen, computer screen, talking to people and taking notes. Which is, whatever, just like the stupid electric car thing. They're just pushing it forward, and we can't do anything to stop it. Because a lot of people are supporting the electric car thing, than not supporting it. And it's going to crash and burn. It's literally going to fail. And we're going to be just like this shit. We're going to be caught in the middle of it, and we're going to be like not cool with it. And the ones like me who can't afford it will be forced to take public transit in order to get around. They'll be like, okay, well, we're going to install universal basic income. So if you want to get to the dentist and you don't have an electric vehicle, well, then you're going to have to take public transit or ride a bike if it's permitted. This is probably their futuristic ideas that they want to put in place, where it's either you can afford the electric car and drive yourself, or you have to take public transit. And the ones you can tell can't afford the electric car are taking all the transit. See, they want to squeeze us, and the electric cars don't run that good, and they're slugs and all that, and they don't. Was it some guy took him 6 hours to go 183 miles or something? I don't know. It's weird. It took him longer to get to his destination because of the charging, I guess. Took him forever to get there. That's terrible. I'd hate that. It would drive me nuts. It's like, why even go? You'd be faster on a bike or something. Because at least you don't have to recharge it or whatever. You know what I mean? You'd just be through foot power. You're like, oh. You'd be like Forrest Gump, like, I was running and I ran across the country, on foot with these Nike stinking shoes that everybody sells on eBay. Claims it's Tom Hanks shoes from the movie, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, Jenny. Yeah, the little whore. God, I wish you were. That movie's pathetic, huh? It's like all movies with Tom Hanks, like he does things that are like outlandish and like impossible, but he manages to do it. It's kind of like Robin Williams with all the movies he's been in. He's been in so many movies, hard to keep track of all the movies he's played in. And then he hangs himself with his freaking tie, right, or belt or whatever. It's like, what the hell? Well, that's one hell of a way to go out, I guess, if you're tired of doing this shit every day. He's like, I don't know. I got so tired of being rich and having a lot of chest hair. It's like, what the hell? That's a sin, Robin, what you did. No matter how much you despaired, committing suicide is a sin, and God hates that. Because it wasn't your time, and you broke that promise to God that you have to endure to the end. You have to. We all have to endure this shit. I mean, sorry, not shit, stuff. We have to endure this crap. I was telling that to Nick earlier. I was like, we have to endure this shit as much as we hate it. And he's like, well, that's cheap advice. It's like, I know it is, but that's the only advice I can give you is we have to endure this crap. As much as we don't want to, we want to just check out and not be part of it anymore. It's like, I want off this ride. I want to go. It's bullshit. That's all it is in jail now, Zoom. Yeah, you don't even see a judge, I guess, if you get in trouble. You just see a judge through Zoom. Because when I had jury duty, it wasn't through Zoom. It was in person, which was kind of weird. I almost thought it was going to be through some kind of computer program. But it ended up being in person, so I'm not sure how they're gonna do it in the future. I guess these courthouses. It's a long-term solution to a short-term problem. Yep. Yeah, the electric car thing you're talking about. Yeah, it's stupid. They haven't thought it through, just like they haven't thought a lot of things through. And a lot of people are paying the piper or paying the price for it because it wasn't thought through before they jumped into it head first. You know what I mean? Like, what's it called? Like a impulse buy or something. When people do that, they just think they have to have it, and they didn't actually need it. Like, what they had was perfectly fine, but they didn't think it was. They thought it was not good enough. So, and that's the problem we have in this country is we live in a throwaway society, and people have forgotten their skills and the skills that have been passed down to them. They don't care. They just want things to be brought to them and everything to be good. You know what I mean? Like, everyone wants to live like Caesar. Instead of giving to Caesar what's Caesar's, everyone wants to live like Caesar. But unfortunately, someone's got to pull the wagon. Everybody just can't sit in the wagon and expect everything to be done. Because no, it's not like it's like the little red hen. They wanted to eat the bread, but they didn't want to help her plant the seeds and pull the weeds and water the wheat and all that, and then harvest it and then crush the wheat and make it into flour and make it bread. See, they didn't want to help her, but they just wanted to eat the bread. See, and a lot of people, they just want to eat the bread and they don't want to help make the bread or process the wheat to make the bread. They just want to eat the bread. They just want you to bring the bread to them and they eat it. They don't want to actually do the work. And that's what's going to ruin this country is people don't want to do the work that's involved with creating things from the bottom up. So that's how it is. That's how it is. It sucks. Yeah. Yeah, Scuttle. Suicide is not the answer, no matter what. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, I always have Constitution questions, especially being an employee of somebody, you know. You want to make sure that they can't pull a fast one on you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially being a laborer, it makes it really hard because you work directly with the public, you know. And every day that you're at work, you're around other people and whatever. I've become so desensitized to it, you know, where you don't get too close to people because people just kind of have that look like they're kind of still weird out. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to keep my distance anyway, just as a safeguard because I know people are still weird. They're not fully over the craziness. You know what I mean? It's craziness. Oh, you want a sandwich, Josie? That's funny. I know most guys are like, make me a sandwich, right? Stop being political. Make me a damn sandwich. Well, you know what? If we were peril, I wouldn't be political. I wouldn't give a shit. I leave it to all the men in the wigs. You know, the white wigs, you know, when men used to wear those white wigs. And the reason I think they wore those was because people didn't have access to taking a bath all the time. So they'd put powder on themselves to get rid of the smell. And then they'd wear the wigs because their hair was filthy, probably. So you can imagine what people smelled like during George Washington's day. Right? Pretty funky, huh? It is what it is, you know? And everybody smelled really bad. The women, the men, children, you know, because they didn't get baths all the time. They didn't have running water, didn't have electricity, didn't have all the luxury items we have now. They didn't have people with blue hair that didn't shower or don't shower and aren't showering right now as we speak and never will shower except for when they're going to get their some kind of gift or something. You know, like, what's his name? Bo Berdahl. Bo Berdahl, is that his name? That's the one that Obama gave an award to, the one that abandoned his platoon in the army when they were over in, I think it was Saudi Arabia or something. And he abandoned his post and he aided and comforted the enemy and gave away their position and got his platoon killed or whatever because they got shot because they were looking for him. And then Obama gave him the Medal of Honor or something. Was it a Purple Heart or something for bravery? It's like, that was shit, dude. He just literally was a piece of crap. Bo Berdahl, you know? And he sided with the enemies and gave away the position and got his platoon members killed. I'll never forget it. I don't think you will either. And of course, there's the other atrocities when Biden took office and he left his men to die in Afghanistan. He abandoned them, and they're probably not alive anymore. A lot of them, they were abandoned there. It's just disgusting. And then they had this one guy, Afghanistan, when Biden pulled everybody out, or not everybody, but a handful of people out and left everybody else, like an asshole he is. There was a guy being hung by his ankle from a helicopter, from one of our helicopters. And obviously he was killed, but they tortured him. This poor soldier guy. Disgusting. You know what I mean? It's just absolutely disgusting. And it's all swept under the rug and no one gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about any of those people. Yeah, who knows that they're still alive, Scuttle? Who knows that they're still alive? All right? They're still there, but who knows if they're still alive or if they're being tortured or, you know what I mean? Because Biden doesn't care. He doesn't care about his men. He doesn't care about the American people. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. And he's thinking he's going to get reelected. It's like, no, it's going to be that dude that's going to be the miracle worker, probably. The one that everyone's going to be mesmerized by. Can get gas for 99 cents at Taco Bell. Oh, God. That kind of gas, right? Not gasoline. You can get gas from the Taco Bell. Early, right? Instead of the bell sound, it's another sound. That's if they can get even anyone to serve food at Taco Bell. If they're not sleeping, right? You have to make your own damn taco. That's why I say cook your own damn food, right? If all else fails, if you notice the service is bad, it's like you might as well just make your own damn food. You know what I mean? Just figure out how to make it yourself. And there have been instances where people have had to make their own damn food because the employees were not paying attention. So there you go. And there's your sign. See, I was going to read this, but I'll just save it for another time, I guess. But I really like this guy. I like people that are persistent, even when they fail the first time. And it was a really great idea, and it didn't. He didn't make any money off of it because somebody stole his patent. They stole his ideas, which was a cotton gin. And then, you know what? He picked himself up and dusted himself off, and he asked the government for another loan to make the muskets for the war effort. And it turned out it worked out really good. It actually paid off, and he finally was able to live a nice life. But he went a long time being poor and broke. But he was hella smart. And he had a college education, and he took his licks. So that's a real man, right? You just pick yourself up and dust yourself off. You don't get despair and all that and give up. Even towards the end, when he was dying, he was trying to figure out how to save his own life, try to come up with cures for himself. He was that smart. But you know what? He couldn't do anything about time. Time caught up with him, and he was old, and his old age kicked his ass. It's life, I guess. Wear a hat with Lysol in it. Oh, does it have like a spray nozzle where you go shh? Instead of loser, it's shh. It's so funny. I heard that there is someone in Israel they're claiming as the new, oh no. I'm pretty sure that's oh yeah, I saw that the other day. It's some young guy, he's in his 30s or something, younger guy. And he was going to bar mitzvahs. I think I said it wrong. Nick got mad at me the other day when I said it wrong. He's like, you said it wrong. Say it right when you say bar mitzvah or whatever you say. It's like, okay, I don't even know if I said it right. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it right. I just know that's what young boys have to go through, I guess, bar mitzvah. How's your melon smelling? Your hair is very white, George Washington. Yeah. Plus he had, didn't he have wooden teeth? And then some people were saying he didn't have wooden teeth. He had teeth that were made for him, and they were slaves' teeth that they bridged in to make dentures, and they were the slaves' teeth. But they would give the slaves like things in return of payment or whatever for the teeth, but they would tear out the slaves' teeth and make teeth for these elites for their mouth. Because they said, we found George Washington's old teeth and Benjamin Franklin's old teeth, and they were made of slaves' teeth. And they go, yeah, maybe, but actually they go, no, it's actually horses' teeth or animal teeth. Most likely than it was a human tooth. It was most likely animal teeth because it was more abundant as animal teeth than humans. Because who the fuck is going to volunteer to have their teeth ripped out, for some guy that's a politician or whatever? You go, yeah, I'm going to have my teeth ripped out so that Beto O'Rourke or somebody can have a set of front teeth. And so I'm going to rip my front ones out and so he can have those inserted in his head or whatever, made into a grill. It's like, fuck that. When I'm dying with all my teeth, even if I have 2 left. Those are mine. I need those to pop open a chestnut or whatever. I'm not giving up my teeth. You've never heard that, Deaf Bread, about the slaves' teeth? Because some guy it was so funny. He was I think it was Louisiana or something. He was fishing or whatever, and he got some fake teeth stuck on his fishing hook, and it was teeth from like a couple 100 years ago or something. And they're like, oh my gosh, those have got to be slaves' teeth or something. It's like, no, probably not. It's probably animal teeth. It's probably horses' teeth or whatever they used for the dentures back then. F Joe Biden, yeah. That's the understatement of the year, isn't it? Hey, Joe Biden, you need to be born so that tons of people can lose sleep. That's what you need. And then people can be broke and not be able to pay their bills. You know what I mean? He is the reason why there's so much craziness right now. It didn't start happening until he became president. Oh, you love your dog? Well, yeah, you wouldn't give your dog's teeth up, right, to some elite that needed some fake teeth. Or not fake, but some teeth for their grill to put in there, like cheaper to have those put in. I don't see how the hell they do that, though. You'd have to use synthetic teeth with a screw or whatever, screw them in. Sounds hella creepy. So either you just get dentures and then you take them out and your face is all sunk in. It's like, shit, I look like a Norman Rockwell painting when I take my teeth out. This is freaking crazy. I know, Josie, you don't like Biden, and he's literally like, he's like your neighbor, huh? He's like literally really close to your house or where you live. I know you told me before he lives pretty close to where you're at. So when he retires, you'll probably see a lot more of him in the area. So not good for you though, right? Because then you get to watch him on his 10-speed or whatever, his mountain bike or something, pretending he's like an athlete or something. He's like, oh my God, I'm a long distance bike rider. It's like, no, you go like 200 feet and freaking can't pedal anymore because you just saw somebody with blonde hair and blue eyes walking by. So you had to stop, look and listen and then sniff. You won't have to worry about paying you'll be hiding from the radiation glare. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen, huh? Because they keep upgrading everything, all of our technology. So, and then weird stuff will start happening once technology advances more. You'll start noticing a lot more weird stuff going on. Yeah, Joe Imbriano, he talks about, if you watch his channel, he talks about what to do. And it sounds crazy what he says. Like he says, use a compact disc to block off the waves or whatever, radiation. Keep it out of your eyes and stuff. Your main parts of your body, you don't want it in your eyes, your nose, your throat, whatever. And he says it's in the HVAC systems. The nano stuff. Whatever it's called, I can't remember what it was. But he talks really fast, and some of it's really hard to understand. But he just like, don't be in a place that's got artificial air, HVAC, whatever. It's really bad for you. Yeah, Fullerton Informer. Because he was talking about back, 5-6 years ago, there was these kids talking about how they got sick at school. And it was from the school, I guess. And then the mom She didn't believe it, and then she went to the school, and then she started feeling sick too, and then she knew it was coming from the school. Just really weird. Really, really weird. There's something to it, I guess. And maybe back then it was just an experiment and they saw that it actually worked, and now they're installing those in every system now as a mandatory thing. And then people keep talking about those purple lights, street lights, that those are a problem too, I guess. It's all new to me, that information, but a lot of people are starting to talk about it. The purple street lights. All tacos come with a side of fentanyl. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if they're served by cartels, I guess, huh? You'll have a little bit of an extra bonus. You'd be like, wow, why do I feel so much better for some reason, but really like crap too at the same time? What the heck? Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, they were saying there's so much of it everywhere. Like you could probably literally walk down the street or even next door to your house, and there's probably someone that has it or knows someone that has it that's nearby where you can get it hecka easy. That's so crazy. So crazy. And our borders are being flooded every day and nobody's stopping them. It's just because they can't. The border patrol, their hands are tied, they can't do nothing. They're told not to do anything, and if they do, they get in trouble. Like they said, they try to get these border patrol guys in trouble because they said they look like they were being rough with the migrants or whatever, trying to stop them from sneaking over. But they weren't. They watched the video footage and they later determined that they weren't being violent with them. Cotton gin served. Oh, cotton gin. Hmm. Are you talking about a drink? Yeah, I just think it's interesting. I don't know. I've been really interested in the older stuff than the new stuff. I don't like the new stuff because the new stuff has reversible or not reversible, but changeable parts, if you know what I'm talking about. Ones that can be removed and another one added on, and it looks like a weird sock puppet. Uh, and they're glamorizing it, right? They're glamorizing people interchanging their parts and becoming something else that's not right. You can't change what God made you. All you can do is pray. If people like that are mentally ill like that, what they need to be doing is telling them to pray and ask God for help and guidance during that time. And then, you know what? Sleep on it. Don't make any big decisions, because you'll regret. Serve cotton gin to grown-ups at carnivals instead of cotton candy. Oh, you put gin in the cotton candy, huh? Oh, it's alcoholic cotton candy. Instead of the sugary stuff, I guess, or the flavor like pink or the blue flavors, you added the gin. Oh, okay. Not the cotton gin, huh? Where they process cotton. It's the cotton gin. Down south, yeah, we used to mill the cotton in the gin, but it was actually getting toasty, right? Instead, that's funny. I like gin. The only alcohol I like is gin and tonic and whiskey and Coke. I don't really like anything else. I don't like vodka. I never did. Kind of it just tastes like it tastes like peroxide or something, or like rubbing alcohol. I just don't like the taste. It's just too harsh. It's like if I can just drink something else, I'd rather drink something else than vodka. Ugh. I'd rather drink whiskey and Coke or gin and tonic. That's the only drinks I really like. Everything else is not really. I don't like beer. So I'm not really big into alcohol anymore. I'm kind of growing past the whole I want alcohol urges. Like I can deal with a lot of this cold turkey. You know what I mean? Even though it's hard, but I'd rather be clear headed because then you make mistakes and all that if you're getting too wasted. I don't cotton to no home remedies like cotton gin, for instance. Yeah. Yeah, so thank you guys for being here. Scuttle. And nobody wanted to come up on the screen here, so maybe some people are camera shy and don't want their face on here, just in case there's bad guys, I guess, watching or whatever. But I told you the truth about the slaves' teeth and the animal teeth being used for teeth. But most of the time, it was just animal teeth they used for people's teeth before they had modern dentistry, and they used all these plastics and all that for teeth. I'd just be afraid if I got implants. I'd just be scared of the screws that they screw up into your gums. I'd be scared of that like it would go too far up into your head and it would go up into your cheekbone and break the bones in your face. I'd be kind of scared of that. These drills go doing that shit. It just scared me, you know. But then the thought of not having teeth is scary too, you know, because then you look like a damn freak, and then people look at you like you're meth head or something. Like, oh, you must have used meth your whole life. It's like, no, it's called I'm poor and I have bad genetics, and I'm a disposition to have bad teeth. My teeth just don't want to stay in my damn head. You know what I mean? It's like one bite of a freaking cracker or something. I'm just look like I'm from, I don't know. I just don't look right. It sucks ass. So when they bring universal health care, I guess we'll all get free teeth, right? Isn't that what they're going to do? Universal basic income and universal basic health care and all that Canada has with the health care. They're going to introduce it here, and then the digital currency, right? Digital currency or whatever. I hope not. I really don't. I just don't think I want to do that, because then everything will be electronic and you won't be able to do anything independently without all these stupid cards or verifications. And everything will be electronically saved onto your information. So, because what I've said today would probably not be acceptable in the future. And I'd probably be starved out and turn into a dried out mummy, and they'd probably put salt on it and eat it. You're like, hey, it's not half bad. Human meat's not half bad. If you add a little salt and pepper to it, it's freaking hell good. Yeah, it's like, see, when you don't obey the credit scores, you turn out to be a dead mummy, and then we eat your body, and it gives us the vitamins we need to stay powerful. There you go. Just ask them to remove any lead fillings. Yeah, I probably have some right now, and I don't really give a shit. I'm more worried about the current events than I do any kind of feelings, I guess, that are stuck in my head. Mercury, hell, I don't remember. Yeah, lead, yeah, that'd be pretty heavy, huh? If you had lead in your face, it'd be pretty heavy, huh? The mercury is a little probably more lightweight. Oh, they say, yeah, they told me, they go, if you get, what they call a root canal, and you can pick the crown, either porcelain or, what was the other one? I can't remember what it was. The other material, which is a lot tougher, and it's ugly, and it's silver. Maybe it was the silver, huh? It's like a silver filling, silver crown, I think. It's silver crown and then the porcelain crown. And they said the porcelain's a lot nicer looking, but it has more of a chance of breaking than the silver one. So I picked the silver one because I didn't want it breaking, because I spent enough money to fix the damn thing, get the freaking cap, the root canal, and then the cap. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm going with the silver, because I don't want to have to come back and have a new cap put on. Because in the future, I might not be so lucky to have all the cash to pay for this shit. And lo and behold, look, we got Joe Biden. So I'm glad I picked silver. I didn't pick porcelain. Even though porcelain looks like your regular teeth, silver's all gray. And it looks like, it just doesn't look very nice. But you know what? It is what it is. So I'm sure you guys have the same type of, fillings in your head. The silver ones, where it's a gray color instead of the white, nice white porcelain, where it matches all your other teeth, and you can't tell which ones have been fixed and which ones are totally fine. So there you go. Well, I'm going to say goodbye unless you guys want me to talk about something else. But I appreciate you all sticking around, Josie and Scuttle and Deaf Bread, if you're still here, unless you took off. And then there was Devil Dog, and he took off to do his thing. And then let's see. Yeah, it's all you guys. It's all you, huh? Cool. We talked a little bit about Biden and all that and craziness of Pelosi and Trump. No, I didn't really say much about Trump because, I mean, what can you say about Trump? He's probably not going to win the presidency because I think he had his time in the spotlight, and it's someone else's turn. And hopefully, it's not the one that's the miracle worker, but it might be in 24. What do you think? You think it's going to be 2024 where there's going to be the miracle worker, where everyone loves him, or you think it's going to be in 2028, right, would be when he would show up? Oh, it shows 7 are watching. Oh, well, it shows on my side it's 5, but I don't know. But thank you guys for coming in, huh? Unless you want to talk about the election or the midterms, which are coming, in the last few days, and basically a lot will be determined in the next 4 days. So what do you think the odds that it's going to be the Republicans take the House and Senate? 50-50, right? That's probably a pretty fair bet. And what are the odds if they take the House and Senate that they're going to protect our rights, our medical rights and all that, and not pass any unlawful laws, even if some stupid Congress member introduces a bill and then pushes it through the House and then the Senate votes on it, which will be a Republican. I don't want them voting yes on any Democrat laws that they put in place. So that's what I'm hoping, is they block everything. Even though a Democrat congresswoman or man or whatever will try to push a bill through, the Republican Senate has a right as a majority to say no, because they know it's against the Americans' best interest. So there you go. Hopefully I'm saying that the Republicans show some backbone and listen to the people, and not the people on the West Coast. Listen to the people that live in the Midwest and Texas and the North. Listen to those people more than the people who live on the coast. Because the people on the coast are, literally Sodom and Gomorrah. Do you know what I mean? And they don't try to hide it. Let's just say that. They're very open about their lifestyles because they've been given the green light to shove it in our face and then penalize you for not being supportive of their shit. And it's like, I just don't want to know about it. Please don't put it in my face. And please don't intimidate me and make me do things against my will or against my religion or against my personal medical or legal rights as a human being and sovereign citizen of the United States of America. So, you know what I mean? That's it. Oh, yeah, I like country living too, Deaf Bread. I would love to live in the country. When I was younger, yeah, I wanted to live in the city because it's like, oh, look at all these stupid trees. But then it's like I realized what trees do. They provide privacy, which means there's not anyone nearby you for miles. The trees give you that reassurance. The more trees, the less chance there are for a damn driveway in a house. Yeah, thanks for watching, Deaf Bread. Yeah, I guess you can call it a broadcast, huh? But I'm glad you guys came in and we got to talk about some few things, and we'll talk again later. And put some video. You guys could probably put some videos up too, right, Josie? And maybe Scuttle put up something, and then Deaf Bread, you put something up, and then obviously Devil Dog will put something up because it sounds like he does a lot of stuff. Or he's trying to help people with the Constitution and find out what their rights are. Awesome. Very good. You got to do what you got to do. You got to keep plugging away, and not the San Francisco way, but keep plugging away, as in keep trying. Don't give up. Try to help others if you can. People that don't know what to do to fight for their rights, because you can't just depend on Peggy Hall for everything. She can't fix everything. She's only one person. Some people got to help her, help others. We need a team of people, lots of people helping others that have knowledge and figure out what their rights are and how they can exercise their rights. Because look at all the military members that have quit because they've been told if they didn't take the you-know-whats, they'd be dishonorably discharged. And now look at all these people that have been dishonorably discharged. It's BS. And they're ramping things up with that unicorn country. So I don't know what's going to happen there. And we're shorthanded, obviously, when it comes to our military people. Because it's dwindling. Because of the bullshit. And rightfully so. I wouldn't agree to it either. I'd be like, no. I guess I'm going to get a dishonorable discharge. Because it's not worth my soul. Just to get some stuff. Because then I try to save my life. And then I lose my soul. I'd rather lose my life to save my soul. You know what I mean? By fighting and saying that I believe in God. Instead. Go ahead and persecute me. I don't give a shit. I don't give a crap. I'll just live in a cabin or I'll just live in the woods and eat squirrels or something. That's how it's going to go down. Just live life on its own terms, not yours. So, anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate the views. And I wish it was a little more exciting. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I guess I'll deal with this later or read the rest of this later in the next day or two, I guess. So bye, Deaf Bread and Scuttle and Josie, which I love that name. And then he already left, but I just want to say thank you, Devil Dog, for coming in. Appreciate everybody. And whoever else was here that was here and gone for a few minutes. So thank you, everybody's. Bye-byes. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care. See you soon. Have a nice night.